Quarterback in the league. Oh, what a catch by Jay Nathaniel. That touchdown, Hurricanes.
Junior take a shot deep. Open target. Her third from left to right. Sets off. Oh,
down.
Watch who he's going to set up. He's going to go for the. It fell from the sky into Aaron Ike's hand.
Good evening. I hope everyone's prepared to dive into the pit here in Baton Rouge tonight. Number 9 LSU Tigers playing host to the number 16 West Virginia Mountaineers in what promises to be a great quarterfinal matchup. I'm Kevin Hicks, and I'm joined tonight by Tony Paypool here in the booth as we get ready for some postseason excitement. Tony, both teams and their fans have been chirping all week about how they're overlooked and don't get enough respect. So I'm expecting energy and big hits here in Death Valley tonight. Who do you think's got the edge coming in?
That's a great point, Kevin. I absolutely agree. Both fans have been chomping on the bit. I think, LSU fans and, maybe the record states that LSU should have probably the advantage here. They're a 10.5-point favorite tonight. But I think West Virginia is going to come out. They get the ball first here. They're going to try and march down the field and score an early touchdown to set the tone.
And starting off, Kevin Barnes with a quick pass to the right and almost immediately intercepted. That's Maverick LeBlanc with a quick almost INT that would have been run back for 6.
Yeah, that's definitely a pick 6 there for LeBlanc if he hangs on to it. His nickname is Diesel, so watch out for number 44. Diesel going to lay some big hits today.
And here on the read option, Philbin runs for it, is able to pick up 1 yard. Going to set up a quick 3rd and 9 for the Mountaineers.
Yeah, Philbin needs 3 rushing touchdowns to tie the West Virginia season record. So Philbin's the All-American is going to look to have a fantastic game today.
Now with an empty backfield pass down the sideline, Shinobi picks up the catch, 15 yards. And after a near disastrous start, West Virginia's marching down the field.
Yeah, that's a great throw there by Kevin Barnes. A little smash corner concept over there down the right sideline. Found the spot in between the corner and safety, and that's a great pickup down the right sideline.
And after that, now the ball out near the 40-yard line. Barnes back in the shotgun again, running back to his left. Tight end moves out that way. Another read option and able to break a couple of tackles and rolling forward, picking up 6 is Barnes on the run.
That's a great pickup by Barnes there. Yeah, Barnes looking to have a great game today. He's going to have to be dominant if West Virginia wants to stay in this game.
Now set back up in the shotgun again. 2 backs faking the handoff, standing in the pocket, has time and throwing. This one is caught and being run back. Some blockers ahead. Getting out to about the 40-yard line there is LSU with a big turnover.
Yeah, Kenneth Swift there with the interception. That's his first interception of the season. Fantastic read there by the cornerback. And that's exactly what you're looking to have. You know, he's a junior trying to make a big impact in this Pitt game. And that's exactly what he did there. Sets up West Virginia in great field position. And LSU in great field position and have the momentum early.
And LSU, you said that was his first INT of the year. What a time to have it here in the postseason in the pit. Now you've got Moses King looking, tosses ball out to his left, and trying to plow forward is Christopher Jones, able to pick up 3 there.
Christopher Jones, that's his first reception on the night. With 2 more receptions, he will be the second LSU player in team history with 200 career receptions. Both have been running backs.
And now on the read option, King able to break the first tackle, but not able to break too many yards. Picks up 2, is going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Yeah, that's a great pickup there. Just a solid 2, 3rd and 5, definitely manageable here. The whole playbook is open. If you're going to run a pass, it definitely has to get past the line to gain, though.
West Virginia's defense spread out, looking to have some coverage, but a ball tossed underneath. Jones picks up 3, but gets leveled before he can get running. And LSU's going to be forced to punt after that INT.
Yeah, Jacoby Cobb with the great stop there. You know, that's exactly what I said. If you're going to throw it short, or if you're going to throw it, it has to get past the line to gain, and they did not. And Cobb with the great stop. You know, he covers all over the field. He's got sacks, interceptions, tackles for loss. I mean, he's going to, you know, he made a big impact play there. And West Virginia forces a great turnover or a great stop after that turnover. They're going to come out here looking to make a big drive down the field.
Yeah, and that punt looked like it went into the end zone from here. I didn't see the ref signal. Ball at the 1-yard line. West Virginia backed way up. LSU looking to press for that safety. Barnes in the shotgun, hands the ball off, and escaping the end zone and picking up 7 yards is Philbin.
Yeah, somebody get that punter on scholarship. What an incredible punt. Sets a great field position. But that's exactly what West Virginia needs to do. You know, that's what any team needs to do. Just get some running room, and they just give it to Philbin, picks up 7 yards, and they set up a much better field position here.
Now on the play action, almost taken out in the backfield and losing most of that 7 yards is Barnes getting sacked. Israel Ward picking up the sack and putting them back at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, Israel Ward Johnson. That's his 9th sack on the season. You know, he's been an LSU fan his entire life. He's a freshman, got recruited to play at LSU. So, you know, I'm assuming he's stoked to be here in this postseason experience.
All right, the ref's giving the Mountaineers the ball at the 2. Some pressures being set up by LSU, but not able to get there. Philbin runs back out, picks up another 5 yards, pushes it out. Going to give the punter at least a little bit of room to work with.
Exactly. That's all you're looking to do there. You know, not looking to break any records with the 98-yard touchdown. Just get enough room for your punter to make a comfortable punt and go make a play on defense.
And the punt is received. A few blockers able to spring Orleans out. Going to be near the 30, 35-yard line there after that return.
Great field position here for LSU. Moses King is just going to, have to be really content and not rush anything here. Don't want to cause a turnover.
And on the read option, this time plenty of room to run. Moses King picks up 10. 1st and 10 again for the Tigers.
Yeah, 1st and 10 is right. Exactly. Adam Saleh with the tackle there. That's his 47th on the season. And exactly, right. LSU's in great field position. 1st and 10, almost at the red zone.
Yeah, sitting just outside that 20-yard line. This time, direct snap back to Jones, and he's not able to pick up anything, losing 2 on the play. Jacoby Cobb with the tackle for loss.
Yeah, 7th tackle for loss in the season. Called him out on the last drive. Made another big play here. That strong safety position, outside linebacker kind of hybrid, is going to have a big game if they want to keep West Virginia in this ball game.
2nd and 12 coming up. Running back in motion. King looking back and not seeing anything but gets sacked, dropped for an 8-yard loss. Joe King with a big play for the Mountaineers.
Exactly, his 4th sack on the season. Maybe none at a bigger time here. 3rd and 20. That's exactly what West Virginia needs to do. Get pressure on Moses King, get through that offensive line and force King to maybe throw the ball, maybe interrupt and cause some chaos in the backfield, see if they can get an interception.
Now empty backfield for Moses King. Taking a look. Pocket holding fairly well. Tossed towards the first down marker, and Nicholas Williams does manage to make that line to gain just barely. Be 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
What a great throw there on that corner route by Moses King. Exactly, right to Nicholas Williams, the Fort Worth, Texas native. I'm not so sure he got there. It was a little bit of a generous spot, but, on 4th and inches, I'd imagine they go for it from the 10-yard line. Great field position coming out in the pistol here.
Yeah, coming out here, 1st and 10 in the red zone for the first time tonight. And hit as he throws. They're going to call that a forward pass, falling incomplete. Mountaineers standing tall.
It looks like Emma Lee with the pressure there. Maybe gets a pass deflection credited. Just causing chaos. It's exactly what West Virginia needs to do to stay in it.
Come out again, ball handed off, run up the middle, and carrying a couple of defenders on his back is Jones. Picks up 8. 3rd and 2 at the 2.
Fantastic run there by Christopher Jones. Exactly. Getting to the 2-yard line here. 3rd and 2, I guess they don't necessarily have to get it in. It's not 3rd and goal, but you think they have to score.
Yeah, and here is tossed into the end zone. That one's brought in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, Smoke Orleans' 4th touchdown on the season, was a basketball AAU star before transitioning to football, having a big impact here early in this game and on the season. The freshman also returns kicks and punts, and that's exactly what he wants to do in this game, set the tone early for Louisiana State.
Yeah, Louisiana doing a great job here, taking an early lead. Had a couple of good drives, managed to pin West Virginia back, and took advantage of the short field, and with an extra point, take the early 7-0 lead. And Death Valley starts rocking early.
They do. You're right. Exactly. And I talked to AD Nate Murphy of West Virginia before the game. He said that West Virginia has to play mistake-free football, especially minimizing turnovers and penalties. When they get the ball here, they're going to have to not turn the ball over here. No fumbles, no interceptions. And he's confident that West Virginia can make this an interesting game. He thinks they're good enough to win. They just have to have their best game of the season to do it. I specifically have been one of West Virginia's biggest supporters this season. I think they deserve this shot, even though they're 3-5. They played a great schedule. They're gonna have to come out here and establish I believe they're gonna have to establish the run game to set up their passing game early in this game.
Doesn't look like a run coming with an empty backfield. Barnes retreating, throws off his back foot, spins, throws across the field, falls incomplete. Very difficult looking throw, nowhere near his receiver.
No, you're right. It wasn't exactly. No, LSU needs to tighten up their defensive secondary. They give up the 3rd most passing yards per game coming into this game. So look for them to maybe take a shot down the field later in West Virginia.
That was a quick pass. Receiver was there, not able to bring it in. 3rd and 10 coming up. Two plays, 2 quick incompletes. And setting up here in the shotgun, looking to pick up 10 yards, tossing deep down the right side, and that one is intercepted. Being generous, we call that an arm punt. Ball's going to be down at the 45-yard line for LSU.
Yeah, that's a great play by LeBlanc. I'm wondering if LeBlanc was covering 2 people. He was covering 2 different people. They're both running verticals down the sideline. Made a great play on a slightly overthrown ball, and that's exactly what couldn't happen if you're West Virginia. Could not throw that interception. Had to minimize the turnovers. Sets up good field position. Last time this happened, West Virginia defense stood up. Let's see if they can do it again.
I will say LeBlanc making up for the first drop on that first play of the game. Now has the INT as the ball is handed off, and running strong as Christopher Jones picks up 6.
Yeah, you're right. He's at 12 yards right now. He only needs 6 more yards to be the 2nd LSU halfback with 3,000 career rushing yards. The other one being Colt Youngblood. So look for him to get 6 more on the game for Christopher Jones.
Receiver in motion across the formation. Moses back to pass. That one is going to be a first down. Jack Haley picking up the catch and struggling for that first down line.
Yeah, Jack Haley only his 11th reception on the season. The tight end making an impact here early. That's exactly what LSU wants to do, utilize all of their playmakers here, establish all of that depth and show that they're just, too deep and too fast for this West Virginia team.
LSU already doing a good job spreading the ball around. This time it's Elliott Griffin bringing in a catch and picking up another first down.
Yeah, great play by Elliott Griffin. Potentially all-conference player. They're kind of tough, when you're dealing with Willie Hardigan and Tucker Quick from Kentucky. But I think Elliott Griffin has a good shot of being an all-conference player in the SEC.
Pressure coming, forces a dangerous throw. Jammer Moore in position to make his own INT. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Yeah, if you're West Virginia, Jammer Moore's got to make that play. At least to pass deflection and didn't go through his hands to the receiver. And
now on the read option, nice deception there by Moses King, able to take the keeper, run, and pick up 12.
12 is a big pickup there. 1st and 10, inside the red zone here. LSU looking to take a commanding lead. Maybe look for a slant route. Looks like slightly off coverage here by the corners.
Moses King drum back, quick pass to the right, and almost intercepted again. That's another dangerous pass. West Virginia, if their defenders start holding on to some of these balls, they're going to have some nice plays coming up.
You're right, they are, Kevin. Cameron Jones there with the deflection. That would have been his 3rd interception on the season.
Back to pass again. This one being floated out, and Jacoby Cobb breaking up that pass as well. Man, that's 3 out of 4 passes that have just been in very dangerous spots. Moses King may be playing with fire here a little bit. Now dropping back to pass again. Has time in the pocket, and that one also met away. A.D. Powers, the Mountaineer defense is for real tonight.
They are. You're exactly right. They're coming up clutch with a big stop here, forcing the field goal. Let's see if Rocco Barefoot can make this kick.
Kick is up and good. Going to extend that lead out to 10. Given their field position and how the drive started, you expected that maybe that was going to be 7. But Mountaineer defense holding tough, holds them to 3 as the kickoff comes back out. Break it out to the 30 and tripped up. Maybe just a couple of hands on a shoestring, but able to set up West Virginia with good field position.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly. That's John Paul Smith. Did you know that he was his high school class president as a senior? So fantastic for him getting involved in this ball game early. Looking to set up this run game for Philbin, maybe open up the passing downs on 2nd and 3rd.
Ball is handed off and running to the left side and stumbling forward, picking up 13 is Philbin. Gonna set up another first down come up for the Mountaineers.
Fantastic run there by Philbin. Great blocking by the tight ends and wide receivers as well. Sets up a nice first down near the 50-yard line.
3 receivers right, looking right. Ball caught and brought in. That's Tomlin Clementine picking up 6.
Yeah, the Chicago native. Great catch there by Clementine. Exactly just spreading this ball around, getting Philbin the ball early, throwing the passes. A lot of underneath passes here. They had the deep shot that was intercepted. Definitely looking to try and keep everything settled down here. If you're Kevin Barnes, can't turn the ball over. Just be smart with the football.
Now 2nd and 4, 2 backs in the backfield. On the play action toss over the middle, caught, and Clementine back-to-back catches, picking up a first down.
Back-to-back is right in the same spot, too, exactly. Right around that 7 and 10-yard line, catching that ball slant over the middle, finding that spot in between the linebackers and safeties.
LSU defenders creeping up just a little bit. Ball handed off, and a nice hole for the running back. That's Philbin picking up another 11.
Yeah, fantastic play there by Philbin. Great run up the middle, great blocking by that offensive line. And exactly, they're getting a solid drive here. Lots of short, quick passes underneath, lots of slants, and great runs as well.
Looks like the Mountaineers settling in just a little bit. Delayed handoff this time to Philbin. Not able to pick up anything, though. Going to bring up 2nd and 10.
That's okay, though. If you're West Virginia here, that's all right. You're not taking any loss, 2nd and 10. You're in field goal range. Whole playbook is still available to you. You're just trying to set up that passing game late or passing downs later.
3 receivers on the left, throwing left, and catching it along the sideline. It's Clementine. Picks up 4 yards, 3rd and 5 with the ball at the 22.
Yep, exactly. Just a nice quick check down route there.
Now 3 receivers to the right. Barnes back to pass, looking, doesn't see anything. Throws right, and into some tight coverage, but Shinobi does make that catch, going to set up 1st and goal for the Mountaineers.
San Antonio native Jen Shinobi with a fantastic catch there. That's exactly what you needed to do if you're West Virginia. Now inside the 10-yard line, 1st and goal. Got to put this in the end zone.
Now running back and swap sides in that formation. Still got 3 receivers right. Ball to the right again. AD Powers picks up 4 yards. Going to be 2nd and goal at the 5.
AD Powers, great play there. The cornerback getting some action in the wide receiving game. That's good for him.
Now, West Virginia puts out their own read option. Get daylight ahead. Kevin Barnes with a touchdown run.
Great run there by Kevin Barnes. That's his 4th rushing touchdown on the season. I apologize. Great run there. Great read option, exactly like you said, Kevin. And this is a ball game we've got here.
Yes. A nice job selling the run to Philbin, who's been running the ball well all night. Left Barnes with nothing but daylight. And with that extra point up and through, West Virginia cuts the deficit down to 3 with 45 seconds here left to go in the first. And like I said, we've got a ball game coming up.
Yes, we do. Exactly right. I like Murph and Chatson. At least I caught that one. I definitely could have thought that the person named AD Powers was the 80s player. Just glad I caught that one before he said that. So LSU looking to come out strong here. They should just stand tall in the pocket. West Virginia has 21 sacks on the air, 7th fewest in the CFSL.
Got pressure coming up. That time able to get the pass away, and Jack Haley picks up the 1st down. Going to be 1st and 10 again for the Tigers.
Nice little pass right there. Exactly. Picks up the 1st down. Gets it to about the 35-yard line. Just going to try and settle down, stand tall in the pocket, drive down the field.
Oh, behave, Mr. Murphy. We don't need Austin Powers here. Now, Moses King running, gets leveled, but picks up 3.
Big hit by Adam Sala there. Exactly. Does get leveled coming up from that free safety position, the freshman. That's a nice pickup there. 3 yards, and that's exactly fine. 3 yards, 4 yards on 1st down. That's what you want every single time. Sets up a great 2nd and 7, and LSU's still in prime position.
Empty backfield for Moses King again. Taking a look, throwing to his right, and they are going to call that a catch. Williams able to get a foot down and drag in. Going to be 3rd and 4 coming up.
Yeah, I think if you're West Virginia here, that might be a bit of a win, forcing him out of bounds there.
And with that, we are going to bring it into the 1st quarter. LSU strikes early and quick, leading 10-7. You're watching the CSSL by PX1 Sports here on YouTube. Come out here for the 2nd quarter. Team swap sides. Ball at the 40-yard line. Moses King looking and trying to find sort of toss pocket, starting to collapse, and that one is incomplete, just out a little bit outside, and LSU's going to be forced to punt.
Great stand again by this West Virginia defense. They've come up big these last few drives, and Scott Frank in chat, AD Powers is definitely statting his pats. I agree. And
taking that punt in, able to squirt out to the 30-yard line is Clementine. West Virginia come back after that well-put-together drive that ended on a nice read option by Kevin Barnes. Go see if West Virginia can do it a 2nd time, start going back down the field again.
You're exactly right. They just need to settle down. They had a great drive last time. Be cautious. Don't throw the interception here if you're Barnes, but set up. Oh, that was dangerous pass there, right?
Talk about almost having the commenter's curse. You are in the middle of saying it as that ball is thrown, but instead that does fall incomplete. Going to be 2nd and 10 here coming up. Barnes in the backfield, 2 receivers either side. Delayed handoff, and that goes nowhere. Philbin swallowed up as the line just collapsed.
Yeah, it did. You're right. Griff Martin credited with the tackle there. The middle linebacker leads the team in tackles entering the game. If you're LSU, the middle linebacker there is going to be a presence all night, and so you're going to want him to have a big game.
And see the players on the field trying to rally Death Valley, make some noise, disrupt this quarterback. Quick pass on a comeback route, able to turn back around. Philbin picks up 9. And if you'd been able to pick up anything earlier, that would have been a great play. But instead, it's 4th and 4. West Virginia are going to be punting it away.
Yeah, that's a great stand if you're LSU. They were able to pick up, I believe 1 first down there. And yeah, they're just nice and settled, calm drive for LSU. And exactly here, going to do the same thing as West Virginia. No turnovers. And Ice Tray in chat, it's nice to see you here. Welcome.
And on that return, we saw West Virginia players a little bit of tag team tackling there, set a player up just to drive him into the turf. I was pretty sure that was illegal in college football, but instead now Moses King comes out on a nice run, picks up 16 on a nice read option.
Yeah, nice read option is right, but gets blown up by Jacoby Cobb. What a fantastic play. They got a pancake on the edge. Maybe if he went outside to the left there, could have got past him. But that's a great hit and a great run, like you said. Great pull and setting up across the 50-yard line.
Two receivers either side. Another read option. Moses King running again. This time gets drugged down after a 6-yard gain.
Yeah, nice gain there again. Another great read, 6 yards. The 2nd and 4 right here. Whole playbook open. You know, maybe if 2nd and 4, maybe you take a shot here. Go downfield, down one of the sidelines. Haven't really tested this West Virginia defense deep. And then if you don't get it, you know, 3rd and 4, no problem.
Yeah, and on that replay, so Moses King just seemed to stumble out in the open field. Hope his foot is okay. And that time just gets taken down. It's going to be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Yeah, Jammer Moore getting off that block. It's a fantastic job there, forcing the 3rd and 5. LSU, 3rd and 5. You know, West Virginia's defense has been coming up clutch again. Maybe have a little bit tighter coverage than that looks like on the wide receivers right now.
And 3 receivers to the right and looking right. And in the middle of the sack, Moses King just barely able to get that ball away. And LSU now going to be punting back. We already saw him get West Virginia get pinned once inside the 1. LSU's punter angles the punt, looking to do it again. Looks like that went out around the 15-yard line.
Exactly, 15, 20-yard line is right, Kevin. You know, this, about the 22. That's
wow.
Fine.
Okay,
you know,
wow.
Could have been a little bit better, but if you're West Virginia, you'll take that all day.
And on the read option for West Virginia, Kevin Barnes looking for a little bit of room, able to pick up 3.
Yeah, 3 is a nice pickup there. Kobe Williams with the tackle. Nice tackle there. Just only picks up 3. That's maybe saving 5 or 6 yard gain there. West Virginia just needs to settle down again, like we've said all game, and just complete those short throws over the middle.
And those 3 yards are picked up, immediately given back. Masilovic able to get the tackle for loss on Philbin, setting up 3rd and 10.
What do I know, Kevin? You know, I say they need to throw it across the middle, and they don't do that. I'm assuming that's what they're going to do here. You know, Philbin's been very productive, but I don't think he's got 10 yards in him on this play.
Yeah, no, I'm expecting some sort of pass here. Barnes back looking, has time, throws towards the sideline, and another dangerous pass. That one almost intercepted as a host of LSU defenders are over there.
Yeah, looks like Trey Woodard made the play there. Almost had the interception earlier on a screen play. Almost had another one there. Maybe if you're LSU wanting to try and hold on to that, get better field position. But LSU's defense standing up tall again. Going to have great field position around the 50, 45-yard line. That's exactly what you're looking for if you're LSU. Just need to settle down and maybe take some shots. You know, we still haven't seen the West Virginia defensive corners and safeties get tested. I think that's what you're due here if you're LSU.
Yeah, after the early drives, both teams have picked up a touchdown. Now it seems like the defensive have kind of settled in and turned this into a bit more of a slugfest. And that's Christopher Jones adding to the punching. Big body blows, 6 yards right up the gut.
Big pickup there. Exactly. Jacoby Cobb with the tackle. Christopher Jones, that's exactly what he needs to do. Just set up the passing game of LSU.
Set up, ball handed off again. And this time there is more room to run. Jones picks up 10, almost doubling the yardage from the last play.
Yes, you're right. Exactly. With that run, Christopher Jones has become the 2nd LSU running back in school history with over 3,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations to Christopher Jones for that achievement.
Yeah, that is a great career achievement there. And immediately wants to add back to it again. Jones picks up another 4 yards.
They're just feeding him the ball. The offensive line is is able to move this defensive line of West Virginia around. You know, I said earlier that West Virginia has the 7th fewest sacks in the CFSL. Looks like they're getting bullied a little bit up front as well here in the running game.
And another run this time, and Jones picks up another 4. Like you said, I mean, just continual runs, and West Virginia's defensive line just getting pushed back little by little.
You're right. Exactly. They are 3rd and 2. I'd give it to Jones again here if I was LSU.
Keep doing it till they can prove they can stop it. Instead, play action, toss over the middle, and falls incomplete. Going to be 4th and 2 coming up. And the field goal team does walk out.
Yeah, they do. That's a great stand if you're West Virginia. Wesley Bellamy with the pass deflection, just forcing another great stand by West Virginia. You know, not giving up a touchdown. They gave up the one early, but since then, lots of punts, 2 field goals, and that's what West Virginia needs to do. You know, they're the 16 seed. They're coming in. They've got something to prove, show that they belong in this conversation for the pit, and that's what they're doing so far.
At the same time, LSU's been protesting they should have been in the main tournament and not the leading seed in the pit. And right now they have a nice 6-point lead and a defense that is trying to hold strong.
You're exactly right, Kevin. I agree.
Kevin Barnes with a quick pass to the receiver and able to push forward for a couple of yards as Shinobi picks up 3, 2nd and 7 coming up.
2nd and 7 is right. Terrell Reed with the tackle there. Keeps him with a 3-yard gain. That's exactly what LSU's defense needs to do. Just keep them from getting, you know, those 5, 6, 7-yard pickups.
Tight end in motion. Another quick toss to the wide receiver, spinning and trying to get upfield. Jackson Height picking up 1 yard.
1 yard again. Kenneth Swift flying up from that deep corner position to make that play. That's a fantastic stop there. Forces the 3rd and medium, I say.
Dropping back, looks like a screen pass getting set up. Ball is out and almost breaking a tackle is Philbin, but falls out of bounds. 4th and 7 for West Virginia, and the punt team comes back onto the field.
Yeah, I'd imagine they do there. Trey Woodard with another great play. You know, we've said his name on 3 consecutive drives, so all over the field early, and that's exactly what LSU is doing. You know, dominating them a bit early. You know, they only have 13 points, but that's fine. You know, it doesn't matter how much you win by as long as you win the game in the postseason.
Punt is away, brought in near the 25-yard line, and tackled down near the 40. Smoke Orleans picks up 13 yards on the return. LSU's going to have some good field position again and ready to come up for another drive.
Yes, they will. You're right, Kevin. Exactly. Great field position. I don't think they've started a drive behind their own 35 all game. That's exactly what LSU wants to do, win the field position battle all game.
And that pass out to Nicholas Williams. Had some space, but not able to make the turn after making the catch. Still picks up 3 before walking out of bounds. Now coming out, ball handed off, running up the middle and picking up a bunch of yards. That's going to be Christopher Jones again. Already nearing the 50-yard mark on the night.
50-yard mark is right, exactly. On this pace, he's on a 100-yard pace, and that's exactly what LSU wants to do. Just feed him the ball. They're dominating up front.
Christopher Jones running forward, picks up another 2. I think we're going to continue to see LSU kind of lean on this running game. West Virginia just hasn't really shown a great ability to stop it yet.
I agree, Kevin. You're right. Just keep feeding Jones the ball. He's your workhorse right now.
This time, though, on the read option, that's going to be Moses King getting in on the running game, picks up 11 yards.
Yeah, Cosmo Mintz there flying up from the free safety position on the other side of the field to save maybe a touchdown or at least a bigger gain there. Great pickup by King.
Now dropping back to pass, making sure to keep the defense honest, but that pass goes nowhere. Nothing open up downfield. Moses just gets rid of the ball instead of trying to force something in downfield.
Yeah, that's a souvenir ball for the audience. Maybe his girlfriend in the stands. That's a great play by this West Virginia defense.
Now empty backfield. Moses steps up in the pocket and gets taken down. 3-yard loss in the sack. Emma Lee with that tackle for loss.
Yeah, that's a great play by Emily. Leads the team in sacks, the new Braunfels, Texas native. That's a great play. You know, she maybe hasn't had the greatest impact this season, but she's going to have a big game here if West Virginia want to stay in it.
Now throwing down to the left side and broken up as the ball came in. Would have been short of the first down anyway, but now it is the punt team coming on. LSU going to be looking to pin West Virginia deep again.
Yes, they are. They're 80 Powers there with another great play to force that incompletion. We'll see if the punter earns a scholarship this time, and he just lets it sail into the end zone.
That was close. It bounced pretty dead, but it was just over the line. Still a nice effort by the punter there. But it's going to be hard to top his first punt where he pinned him inside the 1. Now Barnes back looking to pass, throws to his left and into coverage. LeBlanc there breaking that one up. Going to be 2nd and 10.
LeBlanc with another great play. Had the interception early at least 2 more pass deflections. LeBlanc all over the field in this passing game.
Barnes back to pass again. Another pass out to the side, and Shinobi picks up 4 yards before falling out of bounds. We've seen that play a couple of times tonight. Seems to be a favorite of the Mountaineers.
It does, you're right. Maybe want to get that to them a little bit early so they have some room to move up the field.
Trying to get the pass again. That one over the middle with room to run, and picking up 17 yards is Clementine, and more importantly, a big first down for the Mountaineers.
Big first down is right. Just over 2 minutes left in this half. You know, they've been having a lot of success with that slant route across the middle. They had success early on the drive. They scored that touchdown on. I'm a bit surprised they haven't used that a bit more. But right there, they've gone right back to it. I think if you're driving down the field, you're going to pass the ball a lot more. We're going to see a lot more of that play.
And like I said, 2 minutes left in the half here. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Kevin Barnes back to pass. Defenders are flipped up, and Clementine taking that quick out route and picks up 2.
Picks up 2 is right. 5 receptions on the night for Clementine, the favorite target of Barnes so far. That connection, that connection's going to have to be strong throughout the remainder of the second half as well if West Virginia wants to win.
Barnes looking, has a pocket, throws, catch made, and hit almost immediately there after a 13-yard pickup. Mountaineers get another first down.
Another first down is right. Jackson Height needs 1 more touchdown reception to tie the season record for West Virginia Mountaineers.
Pass over the middle and stretching for the marker, not quite making it. Clementine sets up 2nd and inches, first time out by West Virginia. As we run.
Sorry.
As we run down the first half, minute and a half left to go. Barnes looking, passing right and making the catch. Clementine again picking up 10.
Clementine again, you're right. The same play back to back. You know, we had that slant earlier across the middle. That one's more of maybe a post dig route across the middle. That's a great route. That connection between Barnes and Clementine has been very difficult for LSU to stop so far.
Now empty backfield for Barnes. Has someone throwing to the end zone and intercepted in the end zone and getting pushed around, but not able to kneel it down for the touchback. That's number 10 with the INT.
Yeah, Kenneth Swift there with the great interception. Makes a great play in the end zone. Saves a touchdown. High points the ball there in the end zone. Makes an incredible acrobatic play. Now, if you're LSU here, are you content with driving down the field or just letting it run out? I think you take at least a couple shots down the field to try and score.
LSU is going to get the ball back to start the second half, but with 1:08 and 3 timeouts, I expect them to make a couple of plays to see if they can't get a drive going.
I absolutely agree. They take their first time out there, it looks like.
Yep. Now 2nd and 2 coming up for Moses King and company. Another nice pocket throw. Bullet pass over the middle and picking up 17 yards is Griffin. Clock stops for a moment. LSU's going to rush to the line, I think. Got a minute 4 left.
There. Great play there across the middle. Found the soft spot in between those 2 safeties past the linebackers. And like you said, Kevin, they're just going to hustle down the field, try and make some plays.
They do take the time to huddle up, but breaking the huddle here with about a minute left to go. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Moses in the shotgun. Looking and tossing, and that one is dropped incomplete. Wouldn't have been much of a gain, so maybe a blessing in disguise.
I think you're right, Kevin. Yeah, that is a blessing in disguise. Stops the clock, lets them huddle up, regroup, and that's, they're going to try and get a couple shots down the field, maybe get to inside field goal range.
Moses King looks, tosses to his left, and able to pick up a first down there. Aiden Breska picks up 11 yards. Timeout called, 1 timeout remaining for LSU.
Yeah, first catch of the game there for Breska.
Now 3 receivers on the right, looking right, no, sacked as he was about to let loose. Moses King loses 8. LSU trying to hurry up, get back to the line. 1 timeout left, 2nd and 18. Ball just on the wrong side of the 50. Stepping back and hit as he threw again. This one's floating up there and intercepted by West Virginia now. That is the first turnover for LSU. And I'm trying to think if that's enough time.
I know, I agree. Jammer Moore, great interception there. Emma Lee had the sack and then caused the pressure, hit the quarterback at Moses King as he threw that. Great play, 27 seconds, 2 timeouts. I think you could definitely get in field goal range if you're careful. He'll throw the ball to the sidelines, or you have to get a first down called timeout.
Yeah, you do want to see something here because you know that you're not getting the ball back to start the half. That screen pass not going anywhere. just able to pick up one, not able to get out of bounds. Clock will start running as soon as we get out of the replay.
Great tackle by Griff Martin to keep him in bounds there. You're right, Kevin.
A nice job by the LSU defense. And then West Virginia says after that, we're just going to let the clock run out. That's going to end the first half. LSU leading 13-7, just a 6-point lead for the Tigers tonight. We've had a great game so far already.
We have. You're right, exactly. West Virginia has definitely come out playing to show that they belong in this championship. Nate Murphy said to me earlier that he thought West Virginia was good enough to win this game. It looks like they have 3 turnovers, but they're still only down 6 points. If maybe with a couple of those taken back, maybe they get a couple punts, get a field goal, they're only 3 points down here. And that's exactly what we've seen so far. Their defense is playing hungry, and LSU is doing just enough. Their defense is making just enough plays to keep them in this ball game. And that's all you can really ask in the postseason. It doesn't have to be pretty. It can be ugly, but all you have to do is win.
And as we see on the replays here, despite the first couple of drives having you had an INT early, a couple of good offensive drives, but the entire second quarter is just a defensive battle back and forth. Lots of big hits, kind of what we expected coming in tonight. And like I said, West Virginia with the 3 turnovers, clean that up, and West Virginia definitely has a shot going forward.
They do. You're right. As you can see by the total yardages there, LSU only up by maybe 10, 15 yards total over West Virginia. But the 3 turnovers are what is really hurting this West Virginia team. And LSU, if they can go drive down the field here, they could maybe put this game out of reach with how good LSU's defense has been.
And dodging the first tackle on the return, Josiah Mosley able to get out to about the 25-yard line. And LSU going to be setting up for their first drive of the second half. We'll see what adjustments have been made in the locker rooms. And it looks like we're going to start with a quick pass, and that one just overthrown, maybe thrown away. Going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, smart throwaway there. That's a bit of a coverage sack by West Virginia. Moses King just didn't like what he saw in the coverage.
On a quick pass again, and broken up. That looked like it was about to be brought in, and West Virginia just came in and laid down the lumber.
Cameron Jones with a huge hit there, making the play. That's exactly what West Virginia needs to do. Set the tone defensively that they're mean business here again in the second half.
And Moses King gets hit again and almost intercepted. Jacoby Cobb with another pass defense on that play. Great job by the Mountaineer defense to start the second half.
Great job is right, exactly, Kevin. That's what West Virginia wants to do. They need to drive down the field here and score. If they can take the lead, that would really set the tone against this game and maybe put LSU in some adversity. We haven't seen them in adversity in this game. They come in the big favorite, well, maybe not huge favorite, but 10.5-point favorite. And that's exactly what West Virginia wants to do. Make Moses King and the LSU offense make some plays down the field if they can score here.
Hey, you got that right, Tony. Kevin Barnes back, empty backfield, passing out and not seeing anything open, just gets rid of that one. Similar opening plays from both teams coming out of the second half. No good coverage downfield. Throw it away. Don't take a sack.
You're right. Exactly. Just be comfortable in the pocket there. Don't force anything.
Ball handed off and not able to quite break out of that tackle is Philbin, but still picks up 4.
4 is a big pickup there. Trey Woodard again with the tackle. We've been calling his name all night. That's a great play from that safety position, keeping him to only a 4-yard gain. 3rd and manageable here.
3rd and 6 coming up. Barnes back to pass. Pocket is holding enough. Deep pass downfield, and that one falls incomplete. Couldn't quite tell if LSU got a hand on it, but punt team does come out for the Mountaineers.
Yeah, I believe that was number 5, Malcolm Kent Brown, who made that play. I believe it was deflected. I wonder if they're going to give him credit for it, though. See if they can coffin corner this punt. Doesn't look like they can, maybe around the 25 or 30.
Yeah, that one looks like it came off a little bit weird off the punter's foot. Ball being spotted at the 27-yard line. So both teams not able to get much going with their first offensive drives. Second drive's coming up, ball handed off, and Christopher Jones starts off picking up 4. He's got 53 yards on the night.
Right, exactly. That's a solid pickup there. If they can establish Jones again down the field, West Virginia wasn't able to stop them in the first half. I think they're going to have to go back to him a lot in the second half.
Oh, what a hit as that ball is coming in. West Virginia says, no, if we're going to go down, we're definitely going down fighting. They are just laying out big hit after big hit tonight.
They are. Jacoby Cobb there with the big hit, forcing the 3rd and 6. Their West Virginia defense means business.
West Virginia come in on the screen pass, able to get out of the first tackle. Second tackle just lays Christopher Jones out. He is rolling on the ground, not able to pick up anything. LSU punting again.
CJ Orndorff with the big hit there. They're laying the lumber the second half. Orndorff broke off that block the lineman tried to set to make that play, and that's what West Virginia needs to continue to do.
Yeah, I don't know what the defensive coach told his team in the locker room for the Mountaineers. Whatever it is, it certainly got them fired up. Now we just need one of the offenses to match that intensity so we start seeing some points scored. As Kevin Barnes comes back out, 2 receivers either side. Pressure coming up the middle, ball tossed and caught. This Jacob Thomas picking up 13 yards.
Big pickup there. Yeah, exactly. It's his first reception of the night, 13 yards. He leads the team in receiving yards. Surprised we haven't seen him earlier this game. The coverage has been really good on him so far.
Set back up, same formation. Nowhere to go downfield to that play. So tossed away, 2nd and 10 coming up for the Mountaineers.
Yep, exactly. Can't force another turnover, can't force anything. And that's a great play. Just throw the souvenir into the audience.
Ball coming out left side. That is broken up. 3rd and 10 now coming up for the Mountaineers.
3rd and 10 is right. LSU's defense now standing up tall. Exactly. West Virginia, I thought that they'd be a little bit more consistent around that 10-yard pass that they've been having success with. Haven't seen it this drive.
Yeah. And that time not able to get the pass away. Kevin Barnes gets taken down for a big sack. Ward with his 2nd sack of the night.
Yeah, Israel Jordan Ward with a great play. Breaks through the double team there. That's a huge play. Just couldn't stop him. Could not be denied. Makes the play. Forces the 4th and 17. LSU is going to get the ball back.
So another good defensive stand. Both teams coming out really enjoying the defensive battle tonight. Punt is away. This one's sky high. Going to be brought in about the 20-yard line and taken down to 30 is Smoke Orleans. Picks up 8 on the return. Are we going to see one of the offenses kind of catch fire here?
I think if you're a fan of old school football, I think you're really enjoying this game. A bit of an outlier in normal CFSL football with a defensive showdown. But, if they keep giving the ball to Jones, they're having a lot of success in the first half doing that. And we haven't really seen if West Virginia's made any adjustments against that. I'd keep feeding Jones if I were LSU.
Moses King set up another handoff, and it looks like maybe they're going to take your advice. That's a 3-yard pickup there. Going to be 3rd and 4 coming up for the Tigers.
Yeah, 3rd and 4, very manageable here. Entire playbook's open. They've been having success running the ball, but I think they might throw it here just because they're getting a bit antsy.
And now on the screen pass, and that time nowhere for Christopher Jones to go. Just gets taken down. It's going to be 4th and 11 now. LSU punting yet again.
Yes, they are. You're right. Amari Stevens with the great tackle for loss. It's his 14th on the season. He leads the team in tackles for loss. And exactly, like you said, a defensive showdown. Again, West Virginia really stepping up. They had the great play or the great drive earlier, very consistent with Philbin with some big rushes and some great passes across the middle of the field. Haven't really seen them do that this second half. I'm looking to see if they can go back to that quick slant across the middle, especially Clementine, who just returned that. They were having a lot of success with him earlier.
Yeah, we see Clementine does take that ball back out to the 45-yard line, setting up on offense again. Split receivers, fake handoff, toss out to the right. That ball brought in, and Brendan Gaucher picks up 8 yards.
Yeah, first reception of the day for Gaucher. That's his 19th on the season. And exactly, I think that's a good pass by Barnes. Got the reception on the sideline with a little bit of room for the receiver to make a play.
Yes, time to bring the tight end, give him a chance to work. And a dangerous throw there by Kevin Barnes. That one luckily flying out of bounds, throwing across his body off his back foot again. Yeah,
a bit of a jump pass there as Kevin Barnes himself doesn't know what that was in chat. But exactly, live to see another down.
Out 3rd and 2 and ripped down in the backfield. A huge hit Ward, third sack of the night.
Impact on this game. He broke the double team earlier, just tried to block him with one offensive lineman this time, could not get it done, forces the 4th and 10, and we've seen another defensive stop here, Kevin. Both of these defenses come out to play. We've yet to see really an offense this half, make any plays.
As do see in chat, people say, can we please run the ball? I do think both teams maybe need to embrace that, because I think both teams have had more success running the ball tonight.
You're right, they have, exactly. A lot of success with Christopher Jones. Philbin hasn't seen the ball in a long time, like chat points out, is right. And they've just kind of been settling for trying to take shots downfield. The defensive backs are too successful so far. The quarterbacks haven't been able to make any plays. We'll see what Moses King and Christopher Jones can do here.
Yeah, the two seniors setting up and running forward this time, able to pick up a few yards. Going to be 2nd and 3 coming up.
Yeah, you're right, exactly. There's that run that we've been calling for a bit with Jones. We'll see if they go back to it. I think just power through that defensive line. They're probably tired at this point.
Christopher Jones running forward again, picks up another 5, first down for the Tigers.
Amari Stevens saving maybe a bigger play with that tackle there, and that's what they're doing. They had success early, just feeding the ball to Jones, and it looks like they're doing that here this drive.
Ball now out to about the 45. Moses King back to pass. That catch is made and running forward. Pickup yard, splits his tackle, running downfield, gets up past the last one. Touchdown Tigers. Nicholas Williams with a big play.
Big play is right, exactly. With one broken tackle, he streaks down the sideline. What a fantastic play there for this LSU offense. We've yet to see really a big play on any of the offensive sides of the ball, and all it takes is one broken tackle, and LSU capitalizes. West Virginia cannot afford to make any more mistakes like that. They're going to have to make consistent drives down the field or get a lucky big shot of their own if they want to stay in this ball game.
And with that extra point, LSU stretches out 20-7, 13-point lead. West Virginia takes the kickoff back out to the 20-yard line. Going to have some room to make up. Got to find some way to get their offense going if they want to get back into this one. You're
right. We did see success opening up that passing game on that last drive for LSU. I think if you're West Virginia, you have to do the same thing. Feed Philbin. He's an All-American last season. Got to get him the ball to open up those passing lanes.
Looking, and ball is handed off with a little bit of room to run. Philbin's able to pick up 5, 2nd and 5 coming up for the Mountaineers.
There we go. That's what you want to see if you're West Virginia. Just feed Philbin the ball, let him make his plays, open up those passing downs on 2nd and 3rd. Now in that spread formation, they should have a lot more success.
2 receivers to your side. Play action pass, tossing to the left side. Ball is caught, and turning upfield as Clementine picks up 6 yards on what looked to be a generous spot, but it is going to be first down for West Virginia.
I agree. I was about to say that was pretty questionable, but they gave it to him, I suppose. Opening up those passing lanes exactly if you feed Philbin the ball.
Now looking play action again. Ball out to the right and able to break a tackle. Dashing forward and picking up about 6 there. Gaucher picks up the nice catch.
Yeah, you're right, exactly. The tight end just running that quick little out route, that flat route. Picks up 6 is right, breaks that tackle, and now they're in great field position again.
Ball sitting at the 40. Handed off, and Philbin's not able to pick up anything there. Loses a yard, and it's going to be 3rd and 5 now coming up.
Trey Hawkins with his 3rd tackle of the game right there. Great play. Or that's a tackle for loss, I believe, so it's his 1st of the game. Great play there to keep Philbin from gaining any more yards. Still 3rd and manageable here, though, if you're West Virginia.
Now you got 3 receivers out to the right side. Looking, ball handed off. Philbin trying to pick it up on the ground. Unsuccessful. 4th and 6 now. And West Virginia may have to punt it away again.
Yep, it looks like they will. Trey Hawkins back-to-back tackles for loss. That delayed handoff has not had any success for West Virginia. They've been having a lot more success just with the direct handoffs or the read option to Kevin Barnes. So I'm a bit surprised that they keep going to that play. Maybe they learn this next drive. If the defense can step up and make a play, keep them in this ball game.
Smoke Orleans with a nice return there. Starting to flip the field a little bit for LSU. They had the big play on the last drive to get the first touchdown we've had in nearly 2 quarters. And now coming back out, Moses King looking has 3 receivers left, throws left, ball brought in and stretching for the first down marker and getting it with a generous spot of his own. Smoke Orleans picks up 10.
Yeah, the refs, I think, want to see some more offense in this game as well, giving some teams these first downs because these defenses have been so dominant. Right across the 50-yard line, great field position here if you're LSU. Just be content, maybe use some clock to drive down the field and score.
Miles King looking, tosses to the right, and they're going to say that's an incomplete pass. It looked, the way all the West Virginia players were jumping on the ball, I thought it was a fumble, but no, they're going to call incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Wesley Bellamy with the play there, forcing the incompletion.
And on the, looked like a read option, maybe trying to be set up. Whatever it is, it didn't quite work. Lost a 2 on that play.
Yeah, maybe a triple option look there. Everybody loves the triple option, but Jacoby Cobb from the safety position looks like on a safety blitz, blows up that play, and that's a fantastic stop by this West Virginia team, forces the 3rd long.
Miles King back in the shotgun, looking to make up this 3rd and 12, throws way deep down the right side and overthrows his target. Good coverage there by Cameron Jones.
Yeah, Cameron Jones, exactly. Good coverage. Looked like that ball might have been uncatchable, just maybe throw it in the general vicinity of the receiver. And that's another great stop by West Virginia. West Virginia's got to have a great, just calm drive down the field. Got to score the ball. You have the quarter as an extra timeout here to drive down the field.
Now that was almost a disaster there. Clementine muffs the punt, dashes towards the sideline, does get upfield just a little bit to give him a bit more breathing room. Ball's setting up now at 23 for West Virginia. And now setting up in the shotgun, several receivers to the left, ball handed off and running to the right. That's Philbin not able to get back to the line, loss of 1 on the play.
Kobe Williams with the great tackle for loss, his first of the game, 3 tackles on the game. Exactly, just trying to set up Philbin any way they can. They've been having a lot of success running Philbin up the middle. Not too much action outside with how fast these linebackers and safeties are for LSU. Look to see if they can get Philbin up the middle.
Looks like same pay, flip side, and this time Philbin is able to make 0 yards, which is an improvement, but it's going to be 3rd and 11.
Yeah, Malcolm Kent Brown, again, flying up from that safety position. We just talked about it. Got to get Philbin moving north-south and not east-west.
Now 3rd and long coming up for Kevin Barnes, tight end in motion. Has a nice pocket to throw from, airing it out deep down the right side and making the jumping catch. And that's Jacob Thomas able to bring that in 44 yards.
Yeah, Tomas with the great catch, just mossed Trey Woodward there. Fantastic play over the defender. Maybe not quite Moss, but still makes the play. Still, Woodward luckily able to bring him down. Fantastic pass there from Barnes. First real deep shot we've seen of the night for West Virginia, and they get in great field position.
Now setting up, play action pass, throwing to the left, able to bring that in. That's Philbin picking up 11 yards on a reception. Haven't seen him catching too many passes, just his 4th reception on the night.
Yeah, Philbin was tied for the team lead in receptions entering this game. You're right, haven't seen him too much. Mike with the great toe Most call in chat.
Now setting up another play action rollout. Kevin Barnes has all day to throw and still almost gets sacked, and instead throws it into the end zone where it's intercepted and falling backwards. I don't know if they're going to call that down at the 1 or if they're going to give him falling back in the end zone for a touchback, but that's LeBlanc with the INT.
His 2nd on the game. Looks like he probably will be down at the 1. I'm a bit surprised that that Barnes threw that ball. He was getting pressured by Israel Jordan Ward there, but it looks like he's down on the 1-inch line.
Yeah, there is no room there for LSU. And Christopher Jones able to push his way out, able to pick up 3 yards. A little bit of breathing room for the Tigers.
A little bit of breathing room is right. I still think if you're West Virginia, you crowd the box, make them throw the ball here.
Well, they're going to have some time to think about it. That's going to breathe the end of the 3rd quarter. LSU with a 13-point lead here, but we've got an exciting conclusion coming up. Get the 4s in chat. You're watching the CFSL on PX1 Sports here on YouTube. We'll be back soon with the 4th quarter. I see Logan Mitchell there with the Roman numeral 4. That's nice and classy. Ball handed off, getting out of the end zone, picking up a first down and more. Christopher Jones makes good use of that extra time between quarters and picks up a big chunk of yards.
Big chunk of yards is right. Now they have all the breathing room in the world. Looks like Adam Saleh in there for the tackle. Great play by Jones, giving them a lot more breathing room and letting them use a lot more clock.
And now with more playbook to play with, Smoke Orleans picks up 4 yards on a nice catch.
Yeah, 3 receptions on the night. Good game for Orleans. Maybe want to see him get down the field. I know he's known more as a deep threat, a speed threat. Haven't really seen them take a shot towards him this game.
Ball handed off there. Jones spins out of the first tackle, but not able to keep his feet under him. Going to lose one on the play. 3rd and 6 for the Tigers.
Yeah, great job there. It looked like Andrew Mechie, that's Jayshawn DeRolo, slowing him down early, letting the rest of the defense swarm to the ball. 3rd and 6, Jones has been successful in this kinds of getting 6 at least running up the middle.
King back to pass, throwing as he ran forward, just able to get that away. Nice first down for the Tigers.
Yeah, that's a great play. First reception of the game for Ryan Nigo Jr. Really haven't seen him involved at all this game, but bails him out there with that awkward throw.
Now, deep pass down the right side. Quick play there. Elliott Griffin picks up 27 yards before being forced out of bounds.
Yeah, Griffin leads the team in receiving yards for LSU, and he's also tied for 4th in the CFSL with 10 receiving touchdowns. Haven't seen him really involved tonight, but that's just proven how dominant this West Virginia defense has been. LSU's gotten maybe not lucky, but been able to capitalize on a few shots downfield, maybe a few mistakes, and they're able to drive down the field again.
Yeah, as Chad's saying, LSU's offense looking alive. Williams there picking up 3 yards, steps out of bounds, but gets hit anyway. They're going to call that a bang-bang play. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Yeah, you're right. He's 6 yards short of 100 on the night.
And on the read option now, Moses King running forward, picks up the first down, gets 11 yards on that keeper, and going to have Tigers in good field position yet again. Ball sitting at the 27.
Jacoby Cobb, again, 11 tackles tonight, having a huge game. King almost at 50 rushing yards. That's great for a quarterback.
Now ball handed off, trying to break the tackle as the Mountaineers come swarming forward. Loss of 2 on the play.
Adam Saleh with the great tackle for loss there on that play. Stops Nigo Jr. there short. That's exactly what this West Virginia team needs to do. Have to at least, maybe if you can't get the turnover, make them kick a field goal. Got to stay in this game somehow. You're going to be down around 7 minutes when this ball is snapped.
3 receivers to the right. And that one out into multiple coverage and almost intercepted. We've seen a couple of those plays from Moses King tonight. Lucky that one gets dropped.
Yeah, very lucky is right. It looked like Jammer Moore with the deflection. King being very lucky, only the 1 turnover so far.
Now pass over the middle real quick and break a couple tackles, able to break free, gets forward. Christopher Jones picks up 14. That was almost broken free for the house.
It was, you're right. It was going to be stopped short, but Jones just said, get off me, and stiff-armed 2 different players, just proving to be too strong. Fantastic play there by Jones, setting them up inside the 15-yard line.
Now ball in the red zone again, handed off, running left, and taking a big hit is Jones. Does pick up 3 on the play.
You're right. Nice 3-yard pickup. That's what you want to do in this red zone. CJ Orndorff coming up to make the play, laying the lumber. After those first 3 or so series where we saw West Virginia really, laying down the law with the hits, they've been a bit more tentative to hit LSU too hard. I wonder what happened there.
I don't know. We saw lots of big hits earlier. And there you go. Nigo Jr. getting taken down after just a very quick 2-yard run. It's going to be 3rd and 5.
Yeah, Orndorff back-to-back tackles there, coming up big inside the spread zone. If you're West Virginia, have to make them kick a field goal.
Moses King stepping back, looking, tosses towards the marker, not able to get across the line though. Jones only picks up 3. It's 4th and 2, and LSU does bring up the field goal team, looking to stretch this to a 16-point lead.
Yeah, 16 points is still only 2 possessions if you get both 2-point conversions. 80 Powers there saving the first down. West Virginia's got to drive down the field. You know, they had a very successful drive early, but that took a lot of time off the clock. You haven't seen Philbin too much, but, you know, this late in the game, I don't know how much you can use him running the football. They do still have 3 timeouts, so you've got to get first downs. And that that quick slant across the middle to Clementine, we saw that all first half, and we've only seen it, I believe, once this entire second half. So I think they're going to have to continue going to that play if they want to move down the field.
Yeah, we're seeing the replays here. Some of the throws from Kevin Barnes, he has been under pressure all night tonight, and it's shown there's been a few big sacks, a couple of INTs thrown due to that pressure. He's got 209 yards, but that 4 INT is going to be hanging around him if they don't win that tonight.
Yeah, you're right. That's a pretty ominous stat.
Now, with plenty of time in the pocket, a nice pass, and that's that pass over the middle. Jackson Height is able to pick up a first down.
Yeah, Height's only his 3rd reception on the night. Thought we'd see a bit more of him. Great coverage so far by these LSU safeties and corners on him. And that's a great throw. Like you said, Kevin, exactly. Across the middle, took a bit longer to develop, but a bit of a dig route across. And that's where they've been living so far. And if they can continue to do that, they could march down this field quickly.
Now 2 receivers to the right, ball on a play action pass, toss out to the left, and pushing a defender forward. Philbin says, I'm getting that first down, and you can't stop me, and able to pick up 12 on the reception.
You're right. The senior Philbin, last year's All-American at running back, not content to have his senior season end tonight.
Now another quick toss over the middle. Philbin picks up another 7, 2nd and 3 coming up for the Mountaineers.
Got to move quickly here if you're West Virginia. Can't really afford those passes across the middle that aren't first downs.
Just under 5 minutes left to go here in the 4th quarter. Barnes looking, and the defense is already in the backfield almost as soon as the ball is snapped. Jordan Ward, 4th sack of the night.
Yeah, 4 tackles for loss, 4 sacks. Not really having that much of an impact in the running game, but as a pass rusher has been dominant so far. This offensive line has really struggled to block him, and that's devastating if you're West Virginia.
That 4 sacks puts him in a multi-way tie for most sacks in a single game in LSU history. One more gives him a tie in first place. But as this pass goes out, Philbin picks up 23 yards, sets up 1st and 10 for the Mountaineers.
Huge play there for Philbin, able to get around Ward there. Ward couldn't make the play, and exactly picks up 72 yards. That's Ward's number. I'm so sorry. But able to pick up the 23 yards that they needed for the first down, and that's a great play there for West Virginia. Have to score, have to put this in the end zone.
Ball sitting just outside the red zone. Running back on Barnes's right. Read option. Plenty of room there, and not able to quite pick up the first down, but picks up 9, 2nd and 1 coming up for the Mountaineers.
Yeah, great pickup there. Maverick LeBlanc with the 6th tackle. He's been all over the field. He only has 6 tackles, but we've called his name so much he has those 2 interceptions.
He's got 2 interceptions, almost had 2 more. Now plenty of room, and just getting rid of that before the sack comes in. Barnes able to keep it 3rd and 1 with just under 4 minutes left to go in the game.
Yeah, had John Paul Smith there open. Smith didn't turn around, wasn't able to make that play.
Ball handed off, picking up the first down, and struggling, but not able to pick up much more. Philbin picks up 3, but more importantly, gets the first down.
Exactly, 3 is enough. Was able to run right by LeBlanc. LeBlanc couldn't make the play to force that 4th down. That's a great play there for West Virginia.
With the fresh down, empty backfield for Barnes. Doesn't do anything. Runs forward, runs into his own man, which slows him down and allows the defender to get free. Trey Hawkins with a sack.
Yeah, I'm not really so sure that's a sack for Trey Hawkins, if that's a sack for the offensive lineman or Kevin Barnes for running into his own guy. But that's a great job of just being in the right place at the right time. That's devastating. Going to use a lot of clock and lose a lot of yardage for West Virginia. With how slowly they're moving, they're going to have to score and get the onside kick, it looks like.
Yep, just 3.5 minutes left here. Need to see a bit of urgency coming out of the Mountaineers. 2 receivers either side. Barnes looking, throws towards the end zone, and that is almost intercepted. It looks like he was already running back with the ball before it falls incomplete.
Yeah, Kobe Williams there able to make the play. That's a bit of a break if you're West Virginia, at least, They don't have to get the first down technically or get a touchdown, but it looks like they kind of have to.
I think they have to. That went into the end zone, and that's a touchdown. That is off the deflection. How is that caught?
What an unbelievable catch there by Tomas. I don't believe this. That should have been intercepted, and somehow Tomas is just in the right place at the right time to make this play. That's unbelievable. Malcolm Kent-Brown can't make the play and just falls right into Tomas's hands. They're going to review that. You've got to give it to him. You've got to give it to him.
I was like, this has to be reviewed. So we see the dribble there. He slides underneath, and that angle doesn't show anything. I think that's a catch.
I think that's a catch, too. It looks like it maybe kicked off his foot as well. I don't think that hits the ground, Kevin. I think that's a catch.
Review the play. The ruling on the field stands.
It is a catch. That is a touchdown. That is definitely got to be like top play of the week. Maybe one of the most athletic and aware plays of the entire season. And setting up now for the 2-point conversion to get it down to a 1-score game. Ball is tossed in the end zone, and he's going to double up. Makes the great catch, makes the 2-point conversion. What a job by Tomas.
Tomas, unbelievable. They're back-to-back. That's incredible. Beats Woodard on the press coverage there, gets inside leverage and the slant for the 3-yard reception on that 2-point conversion. I'm a bit surprised they didn't go the onside kick, but they have a lot of trust in their defense and those 3 timeouts. LSU just feed Jones the ball, keep getting those first downs.
I understand them having a lot of trust in their defense, though. West Virginia's defense has stood tall most of the night, and on the read option, almost taken down in the backfield. Now struggling to take down King, but he is going to be taken down after a pickup of 6.
Yeah, 6. That could have been a lot better for West Virginia. C.J. Orndorff, it looked like, had a shot to get him maybe a gain of around 1, but couldn't do it.
Now the clock ticking away very quickly as LSU is trying just to chill the clock on the read option again and struggling forward for the first down. Moses King picks that up. That's going to be a fresh set of downs and a lot of clock that's going to be taken off for LSU.
You're right, exactly. Got to start using those timeouts if you're West Virginia. Great play there. 2 read options back-to-back.
Ball handed off. Read option again, this time taken down in the backfield. King loses 2. West Virginia takes their first timeout. Minute 45 left to go.
Big play there by Wesley Bellamy. Leads the team in tackles and was an Olympic bronze medalist in track.
Another read option, this time able to pick up 5 yards. King trying to get that first down. Another first down here just about puts the game away.
I think you're right. That was Cosmo Mintz on the tackle.
Down 8 and taken down in the backfield. Loses 1. Final timeout for West Virginia. Minute 37 left. No timeouts. Going to get the punt off. Going to receive it probably around the 30-yard line.
I agree. You're right. We've got a ball game here, Kevin. They've got blockers. We'll see if they can get some good field position here.
And running for their Clementine picks up 10 yards. Ball's going to be taken over at the 40-yard line. Minute and a half left. Tony, this is going to be an exciting conclusion. It's going to be hard to top that last drive, but we got 8 points to go to get a tie game.
You're right, exactly. I'm a little concerned West Virginia doesn't move quite fast enough on offense to get down the field and score.
Barnes throwing deep down the middle, and that one is broken up. LeBlanc with a nice deflection to prevent a big gain.
Oh, my goodness. That might have been – LeBlanc already has 2 interceptions. That might have been his 4th if he caught another one earlier, and that one there, that could have sealed the game.
Oh, it looks like LSU might have been offsides. Don't see the flag, and Barnes gets sacked. And now the clock is going to be a big factor. This is going to start ticking away. 3rd and 16 coming up.
Yeah, if you're Barnes, you cannot take that sack. The senior, that's a mental mistake there. Trey Hawkins with a great sack there. Leads the team with, I believe that's his 2nd on the night, so he's up to 12.
It is definitely 4-down territory, so you don't have to get it all here. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Barnes back looking, doesn't see anything. Has pocket, throws deep down the left side into coverage, and that one falls incomplete. 4th and 16, a minute left to go.
Kenneth Swift there with the good coverage. 4th and 16, like you said, Kevin, don't need it all. Get, maybe 20 yards down the sidelines or get it across the middle and gotta hustle.
Barnes looking and forced to throw it on the screen pass. Turnover on downs. And that is going to seal this one, I think, for LSU, as they're going to get the ball back at about the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Israel Jordan Ward spoils the fun there. Bit of an anticlimactic ending with the screenplay on 4th down, unfortunately. But that's fantastic coverage by Ward and that LSU defense. Way to stand tall and get the turnover.
As LSU comes out in the victory formation, Moses King kneeling the ball, Death Valley beginning to celebrate. What a game we've had here tonight. West Virginia showing that they can hang with LSU. Just a couple of extra turnovers early in the game kind of put them behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Kevin. That's probably going to be the last play of the game. That's a great win for LSU. 23-15 is the ball game. I agree. Just a couple turnovers or, a few turnovers early really kind of ruined that momentum. If you are West Virginia, LSU did just enough to win this game. But yes, West Virginia definitely proved that they belonged. And LSU, doesn't have to be pretty. You're at the top seed for a reason, and you won, and that's all that you really needed to do.
That's it. You're in the pit. You win. You get to keep going. West Virginia season ends here, but LSU gets to keep marching on. We'll see who their opponents are going to be come next week. Want to give a big thank you to our executive producer, Mike Peters, my broadcast partner, Tony Paypool, for calling the game with me tonight. On behalf of everyone here, my name's Kevin Hicks. You've been watching the CFSL on PX1 Sports here on YouTube. Tomorrow night, Iowa heads to Texas for the early matchup, 7 p.m. Central. Iron Bowl Part 2 is your late game tomorrow night. We look forward to seeing everyone there. Again, LSU wins 23-15 and moves on. We'll see you tomorrow.